wanafunzi.
Caleb umekosea kidogo.
We live in la vida loca, tunapiga sherehe nika tunapiga mboka.
My name is DJ D, and on the ones and twos is
DJ Leo.
we bring you the best of African entertainment.
From Afrobeat to Amapiano.
Daddy, me I want to party.
Genge to bongo.
Rusha mikono kama unaona uko chips. Rusha mikono kama maisha iko fiti.
And Zouk to Kwaito.
With me for party.
And not only that, anything juicy in the entertainment industry, we give it to you. Catch us every Sunday from 2:30 to 4 p.m.
Only on KBC Channel 1.
We are the Mulatis. I'm Eric. This is my lovely wife. And I saw her in one of the, events. And then I wanted to talk to her, but I developed cold feet.
This guy, first of all, he looks body.
Oh my God.
Big specs. Like, those. And it was like a thing. If you talk to our friend, it's called Wairimo. If you talk to Wairimo, you wait. Go talk to Wairimo alone.
Yes.
So that I could tell he likes me. But I was like, not my type.
After service, she comes to talk to me.
Allah.
She's looking for a job.
I've seen what you did there.
If I can pray for her.
So I grew up in a very dysfunctional home. So actually I never saw a happy marriage. So hata rurasho tulieka pesa pamoja.
Alinipea mshahara yake kulipa.
Tukalipa rurasho.
Ulijilipia?
It took us 5 to 6 years to have a child.
Oh, okay.
That's how I know, and we were meant to be.
Love you.
Love you.
How to access KBC Online services via
Well, a very good afternoon to you. Just in time for the latest here in the country and beyond our borders when it comes to news matters. Of course, talk to us on our social media platforms at KBC Channel 1 and at Abdiaziz Hashim 2. We start in Embu County, where Public Health and Professional Standards PS Mary Muthoni has assured community health promoters that they will be paid on time for uninterrupted services. Speaking in Embu County, Muthoni stated the delays were occasioned by the Exchequer, but assured the CHPs that their salaries will be dispersed on time going forward. This as a governor, Embu Governor, that is Cecilia Mbarire, assured the CHPs in the devolved unit that the county government will also disperse their portion promptly. Mbarire stated that the CHPs will undergo training to boost their skills and effectively discharge their mandate.
Salary yangu ikiingia ya CHP inaingia. Ya CHP ikikosa hata yangu ikose. Sasa mimi nitaenda wapi? Si lazima nilipe. So kila mwezi hatutachelewesha pesa ya national government. Na pia county government, nimeuliza minister, ameniambia ako na budget. Saa zingine inaweza ikachelewa kidogo because of exchequer. Mnajua processes ya serikali. Lakini amenihakikishia ako na nini? Ako na budget ya kuwalipa nyinyi kila mwezi.
Kushukuru Mheshimiwa William Samoei Ruto ambaye alionelea ni vyema wapatiwe kitu ya kuwashukuru kwa hiyo kazi ambao wanaweza kufanya. Number 3, kuendelea na kuwasomesha, add more capacity to them by way of training, ndio waendelee kufanya hiyo kazi ambao wanafanya mzuri.
Education stakeholders are calling for a stronger and more frequent classroom assessment to unlock the full potential of learners under the competency-based education system. Speaking during the close of one-week training at the Gravity KBC Center in Nairobi County, experts emphasized that preparing for grade 9 to senior school transition should go beyond national examinations and instead focus on continuous classroom evaluation that nurture creativity, critical thinking and problem-solving skills. They further noted that equipping schools with technical teachers and tapping into expertise from TVET institutions will expand learning opportunities, enabling students to discover their talents and competencies across a wider range of subjects.
A learner is able to understand how the questions are being tackled and how the questions are being set, knowing the skills that are tested. When this learner happens to do the second test, they are able to improve.
I wish if the government would embrace the teachers in the TVET sector to come on board, so that even that school in the rural village, if a student wants to do a technical course, there will be a teacher. If a student wants to do sports, there will be a teacher for that particular subject. Otherwise, if we don't do that, they will just be taken through in the pipe, and that is not our wish.
The Kenya Counselling and Psychologists Association has called on the country to urgently prioritize mental health and counselling services. The association has stressed the importance of integrating psychological support into schools, organizations and communities. The association chairperson, Professor Catherine Gashudha, emphasized that the counselling should not be viewed as a last resort but as a proactive tool for building resilience, enhancing productivity and fostering personal growth. She spoke during the walk in Nairobi to mark Suicide Prevention Week. The walk brought together counsellors, psychologists, community leaders and mental health advocates.
Many people have lost their lives unnecessarily due to suicide, and this has been acknowledged as a problem which must be addressed.
It is important for our parliamentarians to fast track and amend that law so that the suicide attempt criminalization is decriminalized. The more they delay, the more indeed we will have people who are not supposed to be behind bars go behind bars.
In our families, maybe we know one or two who are suffering mental illnesses, maybe drinking and drinking too much, and maybe depressed. They have withdrawn. They are not doing that which you knew that they were doing before. And therefore, as a country, we get concerned. And as a profession, we are saying, you can take your family member to the hospital for treatment. Say, he has a depression, or even they have psychosis or schizophrenia or any other mental illness, but they need counselors.
To the political front, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua now says he is the most suitable opposition candidate to fly the presidential flag in 2027. The DCP party leader, who spoke while popularizing the party in Murang'a and Nyeri counties, said Kenyans have a faith in him to unseat the president come 2027 general election. This even as residents not to re-elect a section of leaders from the region whom he termed as sellouts.
Mimi nimekuja nyumbani kusema nimekubali kupigania kiti Jamhuri ya Kenya. Na mimi kuomba baraka kutoka nyumbani. Nimekuja kuomba baraka kutoka nyumbani.
The Ministry of Health has been challenged to enhance sensitization campaigns to create awareness and promote early detection and management of sickle cell disease among children. Speaking during a charity football match to raise awareness on the disease, Children's Sickle Cell Foundation Chief Executive Officer Selina Olwada expressed concerns over the number of children born with the disease every year. The charity football match coincides with the National Sickle Cell Awareness Month, marked in September, which is meant to increase knowledge of the disease.
Target the youth because the youth associate better with sports, and inside that sports we have this conversation about sickle cell. So we have screening, we have every other thing and any other questions they would have about sickle cell. So the malaria endemic areas are mostly affected. But then according to the statistics that we are given by the Ministry of Health is that 14,000 children are born every year with sickle cell disease. And in these 14,000 children born every year, how many of them make the age of 5? I mean, get past the age of 5. We don't have those numbers properly. But then through the Sickle Cell Federation of Kenya and other bodies and the Ministry of Health, we are lobbying to have a national registry that would be able to give us a clear picture.
Elsewhere, the East Kamagak Border Sacco has strengthened its commitment to social support by allocating 2.8 million shillings to assist widows, orphans and vulnerable families within the Sacco. Speaking during the annual general meeting in Homa Bay County, the chairman, Alex Ogor, said the initiative aims to uplift the most disadvantaged members of the community, including students in technical colleges and universities who lack financial support. So far, 20 members have acquired new motorbikes, while nearly 500,000 shillings in cash loans has been issued. 400,000 shillings is set to be dispersed to members who applied but are yet to receive funding.
We have allocated around 2.8 million, which we are supposed to support the vulnerable and the widows that we have within the SACCOs. We have others, those who have not even joined the SACCOs, but we need to help them because they are vulnerable. But most of them are total orphans. They cannot even join because they are going to school. And we as a group, we are going to support them.
East Kamagak Boda Sacco has given 20 members new motorbikes and a cash loan of almost 500,000. As we speak, we are projecting to disburse 450,000 to those members who applied and not yet received their money.
Also, a Green Africa Foundation is lobbying for tree planting to be a personal responsibility through a campaign that puts young people at the center of climate action. This year's face of the campaign, dubbed Plant Your Age, is 13-year-old Baraka Mururi, who has already planted more than 7,000 trees. Green Africa Foundation says the initiative is in line with Kenya's target of planting 1 billion trees by the year 2032.
If children don't know about climate change, who will in the future? So we need to start taking action now. We were given a school assignment on climate change, and I came across a video of Wangare Maathai. Her hair was being pulled. She was being denied her rights just because of planting trees. And if you think about it, she was actually helping our future. That's why Plant Your Age came into existence.
We are pushing because they have the energy, they have the skills, they have AI, they have everything that we need to push this agenda. They belong to the people who have energy, people who have vision, and people who care about their tomorrow.
I wish people will know what it means to love nature, to understand climate, so at least we keep ourselves in a green, serene environment.
Young people have been urged to take the lead in promoting mental health awareness by using their voices, creativity and platforms to break the stigma surrounding mental illness. Speaking during a music live performance in Loresho, Nairobi last evening, Bill Persons, the head of the internationally acclaimed music group from New York to Nairobi, challenged youth to become mental health ambassadors and turn their pain into purpose. The performance was part of the band's tour, which combines live music with mental health advocacy.
It's probably the most important thing that makes us human, is the ability to create art. And it's a real celebration for me to be able to play with other players and to make art with other people. The connection that comes from this musical interchange is so important to my life, and I think it definitely keeps me happy, and it probably keeps me sane. And I think, you know, everybody should be lucky enough to have something like this to do, where you're constantly improving and you're constantly being challenged by the people around you who also want to do the same thing and serve the same purpose.
New York to Nairobi, we perform mostly here at Shamba, but we performed at this jazz festivals like Afrolex Jazz Festival, the International Jazz Day at Weibo.
To the education sector, where at Nkai Murunya Primary School in Gatanga slum. We'll give you that story after a short commercial break, so don't go too far. We have that and so much more, including the latest in sports.
So close, some things are meant to be. Please don't make me cry, 'cause I can see you back. Yeah, I got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a boy can be. Then I'm walking in Memphis, just walking with my feet 10 feet off a beat. More day, one more time, one more sunset thing. Let's go wait till the water runs dry. We might watch our whole lives pass us by.
Na sasa unafikiri vile umefunga ile gate kuna chochote umefanya?
Kwani wanawake huwa wanafikiria aje?
Tuongelee kitu tumekuleta hapa, alafu uende.
Are you confessing to a crime, Alex?
Jemedari is planning to run away. Relax.
Kwani mnaenda safari ya dharura?
Choosing to go down with dad, does it prove your undying life for him?
Mimi ni mamako. Usiniongeleshe hivyo. Allah.
Wanafunzi mupo?
Sisi ni wa kesho taa. Msituzime jamaa.
Aina ya kwanza ya goma ni ile ya dudu 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 dudu. Hiyo. Aina ya pili ya goma ni ile ya Kefi na amefuja TV. Baba yake akakuja akamuuliza kaiwe na goma.
Wazazi wanapaswa kufuatilia video ambazo watoto wao wanaona katika interneti wakitumia vyombo vya vidijitali.
Hapo ndipo mimi napinga jambo lake, kwa sababu vijana wanapata faida nyingi kuliko hatari.
Kanusha, sisi ndisi wanafunzi.
Sisi si wanafunzi.
Caleb umekosea kidogo.
We live in la vida loca, tunapiga sherehe nika tunapiga mboka.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, learners at Nkaimurunya Primary School in Gataka Slum, Karen, Nairobi County, are said to benefit from a pilot digital library project spearheaded by well-wishers, the Women in Technology and Innovation Africa, in partnership with the Rotary Club of Karen. The initiative seeks to bridge the digital divide among learners in informal settlements while also raising funds to support the most vulnerable children. The project will provide computers and tablets preloaded with curriculum-aligned learning resources, train teachers in digital literacy and secure sustainable internet access. As part of the project, the school has received a 1 million shilling donation from Whittier's founder and chair, that is Eunice, which has funded electrical works, workstations, fittings, wall painting and other critical preparations.
One of our initiatives at Whittier is to build smart libraries. And these are libraries that are equipped with computers and books. And when we have this set of this integration of books and computers, this will enable the children to be able to research a lot, not only reading books, but also researching through the internet.
We aim to empower the students here so that they can be able to compete with any other students that are out there and are digitally savvy.
Siaya County Government has exposed the more than 380 ghost workers who are employed in the Health Department using forged documents early this year. The County Public Service Board have, however, initiated an authentication exercise targeting over 500 employees. This and other stories is in our county's news brief.
According to Siaya County Government, only 120 workers were legitimately employed through an interview process. Yet the number inexplicably swelled during reporting, resulting in those illegally employed being exited.
Tunashangaa tu hizo posting order zilikuwa zinatoka wapi? Do we have a different county in this county that we do not know about?
If in the process of recruitment you feel or you know you give money to anybody, right? And the fact that you are complaining that you gave money means you gave money and still didn't get a job, means that Siaya County Public Service Board does not sell the jobs.
And in Kericho County, the government has been urged to crack the whip on those in border industry following rising cases of misconduct and lawlessness among the riders.
Kazi ya boda inatusaidia kwa mambo ya security, but you should not be misused. The other day, our colleague Ngodo Were alipigwa risasi na watu wale walikuwa wanapiga risasi, sisemi ni wanabiashara wa bodaboda, pengine walihaya na wakapiga huyo mchumbe risasi wakamuua. Juzi nilikaa jam for 3 hours nikienda nyumbani hapo Karen. Why? Kwa sababu kuna yule wakili alipigwa Kyalo ambaye alipigwa risasi ambaye sasa uchunguzi inaendelea. Ningependa kusema watu wa bodaboda, don't allow yourself to be used. Let no one hire your bodaboda. Jua wakati unapeana bodaboda yako ujue ni nani anaenda nayo.
Separately in Busia County, Gender and Affirmative Action Principal Secretary Ann Wangombe says the government will take urgent measures to end gender-based violence in Busia County in the wake of increased cases being reported in the county.
But unless these laws are implemented effectively, then you'll be doing nothing. And who can do this? This can only be done at the county level and at the sub-county level. So together, you have agreed that you are going to do this and ensure that the problem is checked.
And in Homa Bay County, a section of civil society organization in Kendo Bay, Black Soldier Fly Farming Project to address waste management and unemployment in the region. The initiative aims at promoting sustainable agriculture.
Fly is food for chicken and fish for those who are doing fish farming and also doing poultry farming. So this product is locally available using organic waste from the kitchen to produce the the feed for black soldier fly.
In Murang'a County, junior secondary teachers are calling for full autonomy of GSS. The teachers demanded a distinct administrative structure separate from that of primary schools where GSS are currently hosted.
Katika shule hii ya junior kwa sasa, shule hizi zinasimamiwa na wale walimu wakuu wa shule ya msingi wanaitwa hoi. Lakini unapoangalia vizuri, shule ya junior ni sekondari. Na unapoangalia labda kuhitimu kwa wale walimu wakuu, kwa kweli hawafai kusimamia shule za upili. Ndiposa tunaitisha kwamba sisi kama walimu wa JS tuweze kutengewa nafasi yetu. Hata kama tuweze kupewa uongozi sisi wenyewe kama walimu, basi tupewe hata walimu kutoka katika shule za upili.
We understand that junior schools have been having custody within the primary schools, and I think it's a high time that now junior schools should be given the independence that they deserve. So we want to have separate administration for the junior schools. We want separate administration in terms of co-curricular activities so that we can nurture the talent of this junior school very well as it is expected by the CBE.
Finally, leaders and clerics in Kiambu County are calling on the government to step in following increased cases of suicide and killings attributed to what they say is a social pressures and mental health.
Serikali yake vile wanaweza kutengeneza kazi mingi, ajira mingi ya kusaidia wale ambao hawana kazi. Na tena kama serikali inaweza kupunguza hii mambo ya pombe. Hii pombe ni kitu kingine ambayo imeleta udhaifu mwingi. Unaona vijana wadogo kabla afanye kazi wanaenda kunywa asubuhi.
Reporting for Lunchtime News, I'm Aaron Marie.
The German government has praised Kenya's exploits in the digital space, saying the investment will economically empower Kenyans in the long run. The deputy head of the German embassy in Kenya, Alexander, says the potential in digital service is already evident around the globe, and Kenyans must seize the moment and take their business online. Fairley was speaking in Nairobi County during the opening of an Adidas original store at the Sarit Center.
A lot of potential in digital services, business process outsourcing, customer services, where you don't need to actually work in Germany, but you can do it from here, because we have a shortage of workforces, and that can be actually resolved by Kenyan talents working here for German companies.
I mean, Kenya is definitely the hub of East Africa. We can comfortably say that. This is actually our 5th store that we're opening in Kenya, and our 4th in Nairobi, and then also our 2nd store this year already. So we're definitely targeting the region and wanting to grow quite quickly. The Kenyan consumer is definitely taking it up. We're obviously in a very fortunate position at the moment that we've got some really beautiful products, and there's some even greater things to come in the future. And the Kenyan's a very fashionable person, so it just makes sense for them to buy Adidas products.
Here's the latest in the world of sport. 2024 London Marathon champion Peres Jepchirchir won Kenya the 2nd gold medal on the 2nd day of the World Athletics Championship in Tokyo, Japan, producing a final kick on the home straight to win the women 42-kilometer marathon today morning. Beatrice Chebet won Kenya the 1st gold medal of the Global Championship yesterday in the 10,000 meters.
Peres Jepchirchir, who stunned the Olympic field in 2020 still in Tokyo, blistered away from closest rival Tigitz Assefa to win in her season best of 2 hours, 24 minutes and 43 seconds.
As we've seen with the great marathon runner on the men's side, Eliud Kipchoge, who's always taken championship racing very seriously despite the success he's had around the world and the history that he's made. He's a 2-time.
Ethiopian Assefa had no energy to keep up with Jepchirchir in the final 100 meters and had to settle for the silver in 2 hours, 24 minutes and 45 seconds.
Well, this feels like the calm before the storm. Just cooling themselves down. 41 kilometers they are about to pass through.
The two finished way ahead of bronze medalist Julia Pateinain of Uruguay, who came home third, 3 minutes behind the champion.
Jepchirchir for Kenya grits her teeth and moves past Assefa, who hasn't yet had a response.
Jepchirchir, the Olympic champion from Tokyo 2021, is going to dominate once again and take the headlines and gold. The world champion is Perez Jepchirchir. Ethiopia takes second with Tigst Assefa. When it comes to major championship marathons in Tokyo, it's Perez Jepchirchir again.
Gritted her teeth, and the former Olympic champion found that final push.
Beatrice Chebet had won Kenya the first gold medal of the Global Championship on day one yesterday in the 10,000 meters final.
It's the Olympic champion against the Olympic silver medalist. Chebet, desperate for this crown. Batacleti running the race of her life. Sege's going to get the bronze. Batacleti's trying ever so hard. But it's gold again for Beatrice Chebet. The Olympic champion becomes the world champion.
And our congratulations are in order for athletes. Keep it up. Now, the county government of Kiambu has accelerated the 300 million shilling phase construction of the Thika Stadium, with the first phase already making significant progress. The next phase, scheduled for the implementation within the current financial year, will cover the upgrading of the football pitch, construction of an indoor arena, a VIP spectator stand, and the stadium's main entrance gate.
We want to create a holistic approach of where we are going to support all sportsmen, and that's why we are bringing more sports to support more young sportsmen in football, in the athletics, in swimming, basketball. So we want to see that approach of nurturing the talent.
Kileta wa ligi kuna KPL, kuna NSL, na ikienda sana pia kuna Division 1. Zikiletwa hapa ile growth itakuwa na mao mascout watakuja kuona vijana hapa Thika.
We decided we are not going to waste that space, and that wall has been converted into a trading zone for all our small-scale traders who have been trading around there as freelancers, hawkers for that matter, now have a place.
Sebastian Ogier ended Rally Chile's penultimate leg with a 6.3-second head over Toyota teammate, that is Elfyn Evans, after a remarkable Saturday that saw dramatic swings in fortune for the Fortuners. Now, the 8-time champion completed a stunning comeback from his Friday struggles to take control of his 200th WRC start, winning all three of the afternoon stages to overhaul championship leader, that is Evans, and position himself for a crucial victory. Andrian started the day at the top of the leaderboard but ended in third overall, 26.8 seconds adrift to Ogier. Now, Thierry Neville sat fourth, a further 14.9 second back, while Sami Pajari held fifth in the Toyota, with a championship contender, that is Kale Ravapora, languishing in a sixth over 1 minute and 20 seconds behind the leader. And then finally, the results from the English Premier League. It started off yesterday afternoon with the mighty Gunners stamping Nottingham Forest 3-0 at the Emirates Stadium. And of course, Gyökeres scoring his third goal. Just asking for United fans, how many goals has Sesko scored since coming to EPL? And of course, Chelsea drew at Brentford. No surprises there. And today it will be Burnley versus Liverpool. And then the big match, Manchester City and Man United. Of course, the million-dollar question will be, was Onana the problem? That concludes our bulletin. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. The sign language interpreter at the bottom of the screen is Baron Abuli. Good afternoon for now.
Umefanya kati yangu ipotee.
Kijana ako na kifua.
Si nilikuwa nimefunga kondoo pale.
Moto.
Linda na pesa.
Niko na kero nafaa kupatia Elijah. Nikimpata dedi. Hawezi ita maneno matamu kama super baby.
Wewe ushaona Matilda yule wangu? Kwani dada amerudia pombe? Uongo. Kama nini unaangalia sana hivi?